You want to tell me like,
like, where's all that at, man? Where's all that at? It's in my jacket in the car.
that's what happened. Welcome to Poochie's Place. Come on in, grab a drink, have a seat, chill out, and relax with me. Your door.
And this is TLH Sound. That's what it is.
That's right, with a Z.
I heard something. You might get hurt for that.
As long as I give the credit with the credit due. That's a glam show phrase right there.
That's right.
With a Z. Well, first of all, again, thank you again, TLH. You know, I don't know if we gonna be shaking TLH. I tried to shake him because he got on my damn last nerve, but I can't shake him. I need him. He brings such an extra flavor to the podcast. You know,
I was misbehaved. I got put in the corner, but I'm good though. You know, it's like either way. You know, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know, it's like but I'm never gonna turn down something this regard. You know, I'm never gonna do that. That's how you mess up. Stay on the straight and narrow. You know, it is what it is. You know, it's like you miss it though when you don't do it. Because you know you got a voice. You know, you have to actually say something that it'll get out to some of the mass. I've been threatened, man. If you run out the street, I'm gonna get you. You know, that's good stuff right there. You know?
You was missed. I missed you. I missed your commentary. I missed your funniness, your wittiness, and your craziness, and your part that pisses me offness. Like, why did this here? I missed it. But like, this is.
Yeah, so we're a team, man. We're a team, man. You know, it's like everybody's fit. You know, it's like it's all good though. It's like I just was having an issue with my son about who was the funniest, right? And I'm trying to tell him that he can't be funnier than me. I'm like Richard Pryor. He's like Eddie Murphy. You know, it's like how you gonna be funnier than me? Cause my funniness is not trying to like I'm like trying to be funny. You know, I'm that. I ain't trying to be funny. I just told him to sit down. For me, I could sit down at a party. He was like, all right, yo, man, sit down, man. You know, he was like, but I'm funny, he was like, sit down, man. You like, I'm goofy. And everybody cracking up. This would be like,
But you don't get up and try to entertain them. Why is funny? It's like, listen, on Thursday when we was outside, and this guy was telling me a story about a big old sport. He literally got disqualified. He knows what. One time, only one time. But he's supposed to bring like multiple. Okay, that wasn't funny. See, that's what makes it funny. Did he tell you to joke that way? Or he don't look at me joke like that because you just took the whole funny.
But I said to myself, I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's someone said recently to me that it was kind of funny. They were saying, everything they see, you think you got a song with it. It's like you like a walking you. You like a walking you. But it's like you be like, so what's going on? What's going on? I have my auntie tell me, I do that. I'll be there do that.
That's from you. I do that. I always think it was like, but then it was a competition. Like, let me see if we could say something. What song do you want to say?
No, that's where you get your words from the songs, man. You know, you get that. It's like especially when it songs, rap, R&B, any song is telling a story. Some type of story. Now, how you deep in it or how you word it, how you maneuver it, that's another thing. Because you listen to a rap and then you're like, yo, he switching hear him, this was the name, he said something that went below you or went above you, but he said the person who he was talking to knew exactly what he meant. It's like, oh, and then, so that's the type of stuff that I think it has come to when it comes to, like, I think what's the problem with the new generation music is that there's not going to be a lot of artists that's going to, like, laugh. Like 30 years from now. You ain't going to get all that. Like, now, the last of it is like, you got Kendrick Lamar slide in there, Drake is in there, like how many more? Just want to get in that spot, right there where they're gonna last, like Nas and Jay-Z and everything. It's like if we're not even sure that Tupac or Biggie would even have with that song. Like
he had some songs that you will be singing forever. So I think that's what keeps people alive. It's the songs that we sing.
But I want to give you a good example though of how it's different, right? We all can say that LL is like a beast, right? But he's still here. He done evolved and everything. So they look at him differently now than they did before. But if he had died early in his life, LL would have been like, oh, like Pop. Like, like what he would have been. What he
it's like that in life. He doesn't get to, nobody's going to be like that until they pass away. However, I think that LL gets to live in his legacy right now.
You always got to be sometimes, like, it's like
as far as a rapper, you mean?
Yeah, it's like and like it's like he hear these new guys saying, "Oh, what's the is the best?" or "What's the next?" LL saying, "Hey, bro, what about me?" Because I'm here and older and this and that, but my thing is, so it's like
just living and
young. You die. See, when you die, you say the same. You right here. How you was when you died, you right here. You ain't never moving from that spot. You know it's gonna be trying to reach up into there, but you ain't gonna never reach it because he already was at a high spot already.
We should have, or it's like when people try to compare LeBron to Michael Jordan. He's alive. Michael Jordan is alive.
But that's an era though. You gotta change the era. You gotta say from blank to blank, Michael Jordan was the best. From block to block, what's it? Everybody they rose because things change. The game has changed. So it was a different game. So it's like even if it was a different game before Jordan. So it's like that's you can't just knock and say now, where's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at? Like when you talking about who's the greatest, where's he at? So you got people. That's where the argument comes from.
But that's why there should be a separation.
I think it should be broken down into eras.
And his time, maybe when you can say in his time, or among the ones who aren't here anymore. That he's a legend now. It's like it should be a separation because you can't put people together, especially if they're not. I just read about Steph Curry. I'm not going to talk about the commentator's name. I did read the article. It's the sports commentators, and there was a debate over one of them said Steph Curry isn't a legend. Isn't a legend or isn't a whatever it was in the game. They said he's a good player, and I'm like, I don't know if it was a superstar. I can't think of the term. I'm sorry because I wasn't even planning on talking to this, but he was trying to me say that Steph Curry ain't one of the greatest, like a LeBron James or like he's not in the same category. I'm saying, why isn't he? I think he's a superstar. I think that he is legendary to me. But am I missing something about the comparison? The way
I don't know whoever that person was, and I don't know how. I don't want to take it out of context. I don't know how that went, how the story went. But according to the way it goes right now, it's LeBron and Steph Curry, right there. LeBron, Steph Curry. If whoever win another championship between the two of them, it's going to change the narrative.
Well, inside of the article, it had a number of, I guess, championships they won, and LeBron was more consistent, and the numbers were different. So that's why they were saying like
LeBron's numbers gonna always be different because man, he is outlasting anybody in anything, So he's just and he's not declining. He's still up here. So the numbers that he's putting up, they're not gonna be able to be reached. No one's gonna reach those numbers. You will have to be healthy. majority of your career in order to even get close to the numbers. Like Durant, that's why they always say Durant is better than it's like the greatest scorer. Curry's the greatest shooter. LeBron's the greatest player. And this is what they argue about. But Durant always has injuries. Mm-hmm. So his number's never going to be up there. You know, it's like Curry changed the game. In other words, he took us beyond what we got to imagine, shooting way up with such accuracy. You know, he don't miss. You know, and you don't have to look at the basket or nothing. You can just shoot it. And this is the greatest shooter I've ever seen. You know, it's like that's
why I think he should be considered a legend.
I don't know what that story is about.
What the term was he used?
Disagree.
Yeah.
I think every shortcoming give Curry is because he don't look the part. You know, he like a quiet boy. Look, you know, he don't look the part. He like skin. He don't. A lot. People don't. He had to make people respect him.
No, people or African American people. Because I'm saying if it was a Caucasian male, blue eyes, a green eyes.
No. It ain't to be great light skinned Hall of Fame players. It ain't. Not a lot. You know, so it's
you
like
gonna open up a bag of worms, coloring.
No. This is why Curry had to like earn that. He had to earn it.
So you mean he had to harder than any other?
He had to earn the respect of his because he was this light skinned, good looking kid.
Well, did he earn it by just showing up? Not necessarily like
something wrong. Nobody saw this coming.
I'm wrong. It was like
nobody.
What I do, y'all.
Nobody started coming in college. In college, he was just good.
Really?
You didn't say like, oh, that dude bad right there. First he was interesting, which wasn't even hardly on TV. So nobody really knew about him. Per se, like big time. They didn't even know. We knew his dad was great. His dad was good, not great, just good, but he was really good. Del Curry, he could really shoot. Was considered one of the top shooters of all time before his son came on the scene, right? So we already knew he was Del Curry's son. That's what you heard. But then you saw him on TV that much. He wasn't on TV that much. So when he came out the draft, they didn't try to get him. They didn't really talk to him to get Del Curry. I mean, Del Curry's son. I really don't know that about. And the only thing what moved, it was behind us, and he moved up and how smart than it. He moved up to him was and they praised it out there the next on the draft.
Oh, yeah.
So he said, he's going to the Knicks. You know, we had him in the interview room, and it was him. This was the guy who was going to the team and everything. He was like, we want to be the Knicks and all that. You know, all that, and Golden State, how smart it is. You know, with a team that was right before us. And, you didn't even know. The Knicks was so shocked that they didn't even have a plan B. The guy who picked after that was just kind of Jordan Hill. Nobody had heard from him. And he ended up lasting in the league maybe 3 years.
Well, you said nobody heard of Steph Curry.
Yeah, but it's like we know about his dad, you know, we know about the other kids there.
Now they want the blood.
You know how crazy that when Steph Curry came out, Curry's younger brother, he already had carte blanche by him. You know what Curry was like, yo, this brother could do, he can do. You know, boom, he found off of him. And he wasn't even that good. But he had more juice. He still in the league just because of that. You know, it's like because he could still shoot.
So Curry came in not being the Curry he is.
No, it's like Jordan. When Jordan,
he had to hone his craft in the league while he was playing.
No, when he came out, he just started
home.
He just started opening it up. He just opened it up. And he just blasted. And everybody's eyes. It was like, oh, sort of like when Michael Jordan first came, when he was in college, we didn't know who Michael Jordan was, but we saw him win a game. championship. That's the first time I saw it. Even though Kyle was playing, Kyle wasn't like on TV a lot. You know, you didn't hear about it a lot. You know, nobody was talking about him. And we saw Georgetown play North Carolina in the championship game. And I was for Georgetown because I like Patrick Ewing. So I wasn't really paying attention to North Carolina. But when Jordan won the game that day, but he was a freshman. And they had James Worthy, Sam Perkins. They had dudes that was already bigger named than him on the team. Worthy was the biggest name. James Worthy was he was on the same team with Jordan. Worthy was a junior.
So you were aware of
Worthy
it?
was big time. Big time. He was big time. He went number one. He went number one that year in the draft. So he was big time. Jordan was a freshman. But in that particular game, he was tied up with Georgetown and played with him, and the ball ended up in Jordan's hands on the corner. And he hit the jump. That's all we knew about Jordan. He did the big stuff. He was here. He won the game. So that following year, and that following year in college and everything, people following him a little more. But Ian Smith was the coach of North Carolina when the ground didn't play. In other words, he never let you kept you in the system. Never let you be out of the system. So he wasn't playing in the system. He never let him do all the fancy stuff and all the goofy stuff. He never got a chance to see him. So a good player. So when he got out of the draft, he was just a good player. And he went number two. Sam Bowie, who went number one to Portland, everybody would say, well, damn, Jordan's the greatest player of all time, and he went number two. Was that a big mistake? Portland at the time had Clyde Drexler. He had just got him the year before, and he played the same position that Jordan did. Nobody was thinking about putting Clyde and Jordan together. Why would they do that at the time when Clyde was already considered really good, and he was playing the exact spot that he was going to be playing? So they took a center, who at the time was really the top center in college, Sam Bowie. Well, he got hurt in training camp. It's crazy that was the same up there. So it was, always looked like Portland messed up, but they didn't get Jordan. But they didn't. Because at the time, nobody thought Jordan was going to be that good.
So let me ask you another question, because I know there are a lot of people who are in the draft who are, it could be like a 7th round draft pick. It's a phenomenal player right now. What's the benefits of being the first to get your team?
Well, the benefits of first.
Does it come with something, or just to say that you was the one that everybody wants?
No, the benefits of being a top first round draft pick. You don't have to be the number one pick. You got to be the first round. What that doing, that gives you 3 years to get your pick. In other words, that gives you 3 years until you're going to get cut. 3 years, you're going to get an opportunity to play. In 3 years, you get the opportunity to do something. Because your contract is going to make a decent contract for that point. But after those 3 years, you can get the big money. If you turn it to see now, the difference between me being drafted in the 2nd round and the 3rd round is that, first of all, unless I just make them come out there and just make them notice me and make them just want to do something with me, I ain't starting. That's the first one. I ain't starting. I'm coming off the bench. 2nd round, 3rd round.
The first round start
round,
the best.
If the first round you're going to get a chance to start or play a lot, and you're going to get an opportunity. Because what happens with any sports player, it ain't about when you get. It's not about how you get drafted. It's who you get drafted to. That could slow you down if you go to a team that don't know they didn't do like Saquon Barkley or the Giants, right? He was worth a 2nd round draft pick, but not just to the Giants, because they didn't know how to use him. They didn't use him properly. So as a Giants fan, you always said the Giants could get more out of him, but they just don't do him right, or they don't have enough. The offensive line ain't good enough, or something they didn't doing. So as soon as he go to the Eagles, he turns to this phenomenal player.
Or did they know what to do with him? They know him to be the player that he is.
They knew what to do with him, and the Giants did.
Right.
So that happens in football a lot, where you're a rookie quarterback, you get drafted in the 1st round, they want you to start. But you might not be ready to start. They want you to start. You got to wait for them to see you work that way. money, the window, if you waste that money. So it's like
drafted into a sport. I don't know.
yeah.
Sport.
It depends on
Drafted wanting to start.
it depends on the position because you gotta be really special to come in the NFL as a quarterback from college and start. The team gotta be desperate and the team gotta be like got a plan for you because what can happen to you is you're a starting quarterback coming from college, you get into the NFL, everybody's good. Every position everybody's good at. They're the best at this spot. So no more are you the best guy in there. You're gonna have to do some extra stuff. That window when you used to throw a pass and the guy in, now you got to throw it more hard and more precise because somebody's job is to get that. And they already been playing around. So they already know a lot of the moves you make and a lot of the things you do. You know, so it's like to learn that as a quarterback. The process that all they do brand new.
And that was really different.
Yeah, everything that the whole game is different. It's just that you know, you got to practice stuff. In other words, when you look at a player, because I play the video games, you know, and I'm this and that's just video games, okay? You should have 3 plays in your head that should happen. If this guy is not that, if that ain't open, I need to look at that one. And it's got to be done quick because you ain't got too much time before somebody's gonna be rocking you, okay? Hitting you like being hit. They said being sacked is like being hit by a car. So imagine that's how much the thing. That's how much it is. So it's like so you got to process that. That's why.
Now I want to be on the football field.
Yo, they got the winners thing going.
Yeah, you want to play that game though, right?
But check this out though. But due to the fact that it's about the money, the NFL started before it was back in the day when a quarterback was drafted, whether he was drafted in the first round, second round, third round, he sat behind somebody for a couple of years before he played. 2 years, it wasn't even heard of that a quarterback could come out of college and play exactly right away. It wasn't happening that way because they knew how important that was to the game that this guy knew how to learn the game. Plus, you don't want him to get hit a lot in the beginning because if he get hit too much, like Daniel Jones, that's how the Giants ruined Daniel Jones. They put him in, and he wasn't ready, and the line wasn't ready. So he was always getting hit, to the point where once he got older and the line got better, he didn't really know it no more because he was already used to always getting hit. So sometimes I used to watch him. Nobody was even on him, and he would just throw it just because he knew his time was up. Yeah. Because he was always getting hit. So now he threw it.
Yourself for that hit if you know.
He's done. Once you get to half your feet and feeling like somebody's getting ready to hit you, you're not a good quarterback. You're not no more. Because now you're worried about that, and you're not even paying attention to what's going on.
Anyone who moves around?
Yeah, well, somebody he can't do this. This right here don't, because you ain't going to throw a ball that well going like this. You throw a ball when you like this.
So is that why the quarterback for the Giants, who the heck was Eli Manning? Yeah. Is that why Eli didn't move?
He was the slowest ever. Slow white one.
I was like, if you don't like try to, he couldn't move like he had let me.
No, imagine being Eli where your brother and your father was more athletic, but you're still a man. You got to find your path. You know, it's the way Shedeur Sanders and his son, right? You know, they put out these bad rumors about he's brash. Shedeur Sanders, he's brash. He's arrogant. So that's far from what he's shown. It's far from what he has shown to all the people that he's interviewed with. But one coach has said it about him. Now it has spread around the NFL. They're trying to like knock him down in the draft because of this. Wow. Because this. Now this is what I noticed that they do.
Personal or father?
I think this is what happens to black quarterbacks. First of all, they always try to find something and act like that's a problem or anything. But what we find out with Shedeur Sanders, it ain't about him. It's about him feeling like he already got money. He already got stuff already. this is nothing to him. Like this is you don't have to be a football player.
So does he got money or his dad got money?
He's got money. He's been doing commercials. He got money.
So he gets okay.
He got bread.
Okay.
He got bread.
So what, they feel like he don't need the bread?
They feel like
it's like he
it's like if you ain't from the ghetto and fought all your way through.
I don't believe that's
a
black person.
You missing something. You ain't gonna be that tough player that you ain't gonna be that. That's what they're trying to say. Like he's too pampered. I mean, he's like too. Yeah, they trying to say that. But I try to tell people in my show, and like I tell people that will listen, I think it's more pressure for a dude whose father is somebody who's been given everything to prove himself more than it is a person that don't have nothing and comes up from nothing to be something. But they're trying to say the difference between him and the other quarterback who's going to be they're picking to be the number one draft pick. It's his journey instead of his journey.
But what about the playing? What about his skill?
All right, with my eyesight, this guy named Ward, he's on the Miami, Florida team. He's predicted to be the number one pick, right? Mm-hmm. Cam Ward is his name. He's good. And he's in a good division where they play top football. So he's playing around top, and he bounced around from junior college to college to college. So he earned that what he got, and he was coach quarterback of the year in college. Shedeur Sanders is considered the second best quarterback. He don't have a stronger arm as Ward, right? But he's Shedeur Sanders. But what his claim to fame is that he don't fall apart under pressure. Shedeur Sanders don't fall apart under pressure. He rises to the occasion, right? That's his claim to fame. So they're trying to figure out which one is the right choice and everything, right? I feel personally that Ward is the better quarterback from my eyesight watching the game. But if the Giants wanted to pick between the two, I would take Sanders because he can handle New York. See, New York put too much for a man, just like LA put too much for a man. It's like you'll become a player and you come in New York and you shrink. Because it's just it's not more. You're like when you're in Texas, you got 20 before this. In New York, you got 200. It's just magnified. And Shedeur Sanders is used to that already. The limelight, he's used to that and everything. So he didn't know how to handle that. I'm not sure Ward could do that. That's no guarantee. It's no guarantee because that's the reason why LeBron didn't come to New York. He wasn't sure that he could handle that. He wasn't sure. When he went to New York, the reason why LeBron is not as popular with some people in the New York area is because the way he played us out when he went to the Heat. It's like he come to New York during the day of the decision, and everybody said, "What's he doing in New York?" LeBron in New York, he's going to pick the Knicks. And he goes to New York and says, "I'm taking my services to the Miami Heat." Why was you in Miami when you did that shit? Like, why did you come up here and you did that on purpose, right? But in actuality, if LeBron had came to the Knicks and won the championships that he won, he would have been bigger than Jordan. Because New York makes you bigger than life. It would have made him bigger. But it's also a tough place if you don't make it. In other words, you got to show him. To make you bigger? Oh, that is wrong with you. Fuck your marriage. Fuck your marriage. Look at Eli Manning now. Here's Eli Manning now. He's not as good as his dad, nor his brother. But he's still going to go into the Hall of Fame one day because he was in New York. And he won championships in New York, okay, which makes it better. But I also want to give Eli one props for all you Eli haters and everything, say that he ain't a Hall of Fame and all that. I watch a lot of football in my life. Give me 2 minutes left in the game. Out of all the quarterbacks I ever seen, give me Eli Manning. When it was the crucial point in the game, he showed up. That's his claim to fame. 2 minutes left in the game, and the Giants down by a touchdown or more. He making that happen. And that was like the great part of having a quarterback that you saw that he didn't walk away from the pressure. He rose to the pressure. And now that's what Jordan used to do. Jordan used to rise to the occasion. He used to rise to the occasion. It's like while me being a Knicks fan, I hated Jordan.
It was a different. They had have different reasons. I mean, at the end of the day, it don't matter. You get the job
Yeah.
done. You both doing it because you can withstand the pressure.
You know what Jordan said in an interview? If I had saw him this interview while I saw him playing, I wouldn't have my hopes up to ever beat him. You know what he said? He said, I knew the Knicks was going to never beat me if only they had John Starks on me. He was a bench player. On me?
Wow, he said that?
Yo, that was it. That's a wrap. Yo, if that man felt like that, you was never going to beat him.
Never.
You was never going to beat him. We was never going to beat him. And he felt that. But Jordan, in his defense, felt that way about everybody.
Well, you're absolutely right.
He's like, yo, he felt that way about Barkley. He felt that way about everybody. He was like, you ain't better than me, and I'm going to fuck your ass.
He had to fight to get to feel that way because some people intimidated him or came up and was like, you know, in the beginning you come.
They tried to hurt him.
Yeah.
But they never intimidated. They tried to hurt him. That's what the Pistons tried to do. They tried to hurt him.
People try to physically hurt him all the time. Or men was just playing him like they tried to hurt him.
People just know that especially even on
right from the beginning when they like him.
So why not? I like my sneakers. I like my sneakers though.
Like Jordan.
Respect it. But it's like this though. It's like so I look at a player and I want to know who got this Jordan mentality. That's what I look at when I look at players. Who got that Jordan mentality?
You told me that somebody.
Now Kobe Bryant has the Jordan mentality.
Yeah.
All right. So if you get somebody with the Jordan mentality or the Kobe Bryant mentality, you got you a player, okay? You got something that got to be reckoned with, okay? So it's like, I'm a Knicks fan, and I want to give kudos where kudos. You Knicks fans got lucky because Jalen Brunson got the Jordan mentality, and nobody saw it coming. He was a second-round draft pick, but he won 2 college championships in a row, and he was College Player of the Year, and he still was a second-round draft pick because he was only 6'2", and he was all chubby, right? But he's coach's son. He's coach's son. He's been around the NBA. He's been around. He's been around all of this. So that's not new to him. It's not. So he know the moment, you know. And so now he got drafted by the Dallas Mavericks, who had Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is like one of the top 5 players in the league. So he's white. They got Brunson in the second round now, so he ain't going to start no time soon. You know what I'm saying? So now he's on the bench. We don't even know who this dude is. He's on the bench. Luka. He was on the team for 3 years. 3 years? Riding the bench, right? 3 years riding the bench. Year 3, Luka gets hurt in the playoffs. Dallas is like out. Dallas is destroyed. Luka, he was killing. He was on fire that series, and the Dallas and they put Brunson in, and they were like, "Who is this?" You know, everybody's like, "I'm watching the game." You're like, "Who is this?" And I heard that the Knicks was thinking about getting this dude, right? And I'm like, "That dude, that's something little motherfucker." That's what I'm saying in my head, right? Oh, look, he came in and scored 45.
On that bench too. He was like, I'm gonna tell these motherfuckers right there off the
and then another one. Until Luka came back. And then they tried to down him. And just, but they couldn't no more. But then even Mark Cuban, who's the owner, was like saying, I saw that in him. That's why we drafted him, but we didn't see that. We thought he was going to be a good player. We didn't see that. So that was a mistake. And in the Knicks, we needed somebody. His father worked for us. So they tried to get the Knicks on tampering. But, if your dad worked on a team, how you going to call that tampering? If I want to work with my dad, I want to work with my dad. Just like LeBron. He made his son there. He tampered. So they told everybody, if you draft Bronny, he's going to Australia. He's not going to play that year. So they told people that don't draft him. They wanted the Lakers to draft him. So
you can't do that. Oh, you saying LeBron?
LeBron did that.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the people did it.
No, LeBron did that.
Okay, so
he told other teams.
okay.
So and one team almost did. They thought about it, but they almost did though, you know. But it's like, yeah. So it's like now Brunson is a superstar. He's that dude, but he was on a team that didn't see it. Sometimes that happens, man. It happens, you know. It just.
It's supposed to happen that way, guys. It's supposed to happen that way. It was supposed to happen that way. That he was supposed to take that L, but show them what you can do, because I don't got plenty to say.
No, over. And he said
when you put somebody with that much talent and send them somewhere, and you don't even give them the opportunity to, like, did he play any? He had to come in.
Yes, he played, but you know, he was sitting behind a young superstar. So in other words, he's playing back point guard to Luka Doncic.
So come in for a minute.
Yeah. It was
he have an opportunity to like.
Yeah.
They gave him something he wanted.
As a player, you can't be looking over your shoulder, okay? You have to be able to know that if I make a missing shot, I ain't gonna get pulled. Or if I mess up, he ain't gonna yank me. Because if you start doing that, you won't play right. So that's what happens that's what Tom Thibodeau, the Knicks manager, the Knicks coach, is being criticized for. He don't play enough of the guys on the bench. He plays the other guys and wear them out. And then when playoffs come time, the dudes are tired and they break down. So we're saying trust your bench. Yo, and a good story to say about trust your bench is everybody that makes the NBA is a good player. Yep. It's not a good player that makes the NBA. So what are you doing? Play them. Because you don't know who you got. Then you get another coach that plays his whole bench. Next you know, it's some dudes down there that's winning games for you.
But could it be just like you said when we were just talking about football, that, you know, it's a different game. Again, it's a different set of rules from college and the NBA.
Yeah.
So it's different. So maybe you just want to get them acclimated to it. It's a faster pace. These are strong men. They know the tricks in the trade, and they know how to get things done. They know how to even file you. Like, they know how to do all that stuff. So you can't just be thrusted into this moment. You can travel a little bit.
But you know, it's like you don't get better without playing.
But you can play like you
win
in the game, right?
You don't get better.
So when you win in the game, now you have this lead, and then you start putting your players down and throwing the bench in a little bit.
But hold on,
they can sustain it.
But you know, it's like at one time, Tom Thibodeau, for the next coach, he wasn't even doing that. He was playing to do something in the whole game. He'd be like, yo, we up by 20, 4 minutes left. Put the reserve dudes in. He'd be like, he'll do another 2 more minutes and do the other dudes in. He's been criticized for that.
Yeah, like give him a chance.
He's old school. He's an old school.
He's an old school coach. Still playing hard, so you still playing. You get to play against these professionals that's playing because they want to win.
He's an old school coach. Where, you know, probably you only had 8 really good guys on your team at one time. So you played 8. That's when he's supposed to play 8 guys, right? But now the league is better. So that 9th, 10th, 11th guy is good too. Use them, you know, and they're definitely paying them like that. So it's like he's being criticized for that. This year, he's a good coach, but he could lose his job on how he's handling the bench.
How many coaches do that? There's a lot of coaches.
Huh?
There's a lot of coaches there.
Not the way he did. You know, but it's like, if you want to think about being a pro player, just think about this though. Whatever you do really well, they're gonna try to take that from you. So just keep that in mind. If you were this type of shooter, they're gonna make you go left. If you like to go right, they're gonna make you go left. So you're gonna have to adjust your game and work on your game. You have to have a total game in order to be an NBA player. But there's guys that don't have a total game, but they do one thing well. And that's how you stay in the league. Like Josh Hart. I know you know, like I like Josh Hart. He give you 16 rebounds, 10 assists, but the guy's scared to shoot. You know, it's like they leave him wide open because he just scared to shoot. And he's not even a bad shooter. He just don't have no confidence. Shooting is all confidence only. Basketball shooting is confidence. once you got confident, the ball like flying. It's like a magnet on it. It's like you got high in the corner, and then pass it all around, and you see you again. You're like, no, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna go over here, man. And the player will go, here it is, back to you again, man. It's sort of like makes you either, you know, it's like you're gonna either be that guy or not. And he got to a big argument yesterday in the game. I don't know what it was yet, but it was Tom Thibodeau was cursing, and he was cursing back. And Tom likes him, but I don't know what. First of all, he's kind of like turnover prone. You know, he has the ball in his hands a lot. He always make crazy passes.
So that's get it out of his hands fast.
Yeah, that could be one of the deals. And the second thing is, they play him for that. They play him for the fact that they figure that he could be going down the middle, and they're gonna play him for the pass, knowing that he still ain't gonna shoot that ball. They're gonna play him. They're waiting for him to pass that ball and just. So you gotta change the narrative, man. You know, you gotta like. And when he's shooting, and he got like one of them hot days, he can't be stopped because they don't know what to. They don't know what to do with him because now they don't know whether to pass and shooting or he's shooting today. But that's what he probably got no fight about because he wasn't shooting. He was like 0 points, 16 rebounds, and 12 assists. But you've been open. Why you got 0 points?
Because you said he's insecure. He's not sure of himself. He's not a shooter. He's scared. So he gets the ball. He's talking. Yeah. And then it's like a hot potato.
No, but then we get that reputation. Dudes don't want to pass it to you. You know, it's like Mr. Robinson.
They work on that.
Mr. Robinson just came back. He's a center, right? That's like the center. Never can shoot really well, right? He said he's gonna fix his game. He can shoot. He's been out so long. He could have fixed something, right? But they still won't pass him the ball because they already got him still thinking about what he used to be.
Yeah, we
still ain't passing him the fucking ball, you know. And I saw him open a few times, and then they don't have to talk about that. They don't have to say we got to throw him the ball.
Well, don't they practice together? So maybe he ain't doing it in practice. So they already know.
But you know, it's like
I know what you're doing.
You got a point there. You know, it's like I don't know, but it's like trust is a big thing in the game, man. It's trust, man. You got to trust that you're going to do what they do. It's like, for example, in football, it's not even about how fast you are. It's about doing what you're supposed to do. You know, it's like a quarterback. The best receiver for a quarterback is the dude that run his route. Like, run the route that you see. If the sheet say, I'm going to go here, that's what you want. That's what I want you to do. Don't you get here and let the dude bump you. Now you want to do some other shit, you know, because I'm going to throw it here.
But you can't.
But it's like on the fly. If I'm coming out and I'm running out the pocket, now we can do some creative stuff. But when I make you play, I need you to be where you're supposed to be. I need you to be right here on this corner. You're gonna run here. You're gonna do your little fake. You're gonna cut right here, and I'm gonna throw it right there because
I don't want to play with me that follows that direct.
Well, reason why I'm explaining to you. This is why it's done that way. When you're a quarterback, you don't see them.
Throw the ball blind?
Yeah, you don't see it.
So you don't even see if there's another opening somewhere?
That's how you throw it. That's how you throw. Well, you got other, what I just told you before, you got to have.
But you got to know that's in there. Okay, so I want you to be here.
You got to know.
But that means that you can't see another opening to take it. You can't do shit but be there. But I can't look at you, but I know you did. But in the meantime, I'm looking to see if there's anything else.
But I know you there. You know you're going to be there.
What if you always see something else when you're looking, and I'm always seeing I never get the ball? You know what you told me.
Because you're a valuable person that know how a route. You know how to do your route. You're a valuable person, man. You can stay in the league forever doing your route.
So even if you never get on the ball?
You get on the ball because you are safety net. You know where you're supposed to be at. You know, I know where you at. Yeah. Let me see what's going on here, but I know he's doing it. Boom, and it's a timing thing. So it's a timing thing. He's going to do that, and he's going to do that. So, hey, I'm looking. Bam. How I get intercepted is when you don't do your spot, Or the guy, see, a good quarterback looks you off. He don't look where he's going. He always look. You're not supposed to look. I ain't supposed to go right and look right here because they're gonna be right there. I gotta look. I gotta look here. I gotta look there. I gotta look there. And boom, then I'm going there. That's what makes a really great quarterback. That's what makes the great ones know how to do the look away and do like I'm looking here and I'm throwing here. Because you got a guy that's looking at you. So you got a safety that's he's looking at you. He's looking at you. So he's watching the plays happen right in front of him, but he's looking at you.
So the ones who I hear what you saying, right? It's still getting in my mind.
Yeah.
I know that you're gonna be here, but I'm looking here before I get here, but I'm not just throwing it. I'm still looking, and I think the person that's still looking is the one that be like, "Fuck that," and go their own way.
Right, and that's
that you gotta be going there. Like just throw.
But it's like that guy is doing this. This guy is doing up a little more, doing that. This guy here, he's going here. So everybody's got a place where they're going. Everybody ain't willy-nilly. Everybody got a spot to go. So if you are Jeremy Shockey, he used to be the New York Giants, right? High draft pick. Very talented. He had a flaw in his game was he didn't run his routes. So he would be easily knocked off his routes and do his own thing. And him and Eli was supposed to be like a great combination. They got a great story, but the Giants had to get rid of him because what he would do was he would get easily want to do his own thing. He had fun to get knocked off. Now he see something else and jump. It's wide open over here and everything. I'm gonna go here and I'll wait for you over here. Meanwhile, Eli throw it there and it's intercepted because he's throwing it to where he's supposed to be and someone else is there.
You talking about Eli?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That's why he's always gonna move.
That's all with you.
I like him. I do, but no.
He wasn't a mobile quarterback, though. You gotta know what you're getting. He wasn't claim to be a mobile quarterback. He was a pocket quarterback. What he do is, he know how to do a little subtle here for you to miss here. You know how to do a little subtle here for you to miss here. He wasn't scrambling like Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes dodging and running and everything. And then what made Mahomes different is that he can still throw something and act him. Mahomes receivers, your first move is to do your move and everything, and then if it ain't happening, you need to be looking at him to find out what he's doing. If that move didn't happen, now you look at him and you see that he's running and scrambling. Now you get a chance to work with him. You can move with him and do. And you're like, yo, throw it over here, and he'll throw it over there, and you done got the guy. That's how you do all the crazy stuff and everything. He's that type of quarterback. That's the type of quarterback he's got. You got to build your team around. Oh, here you go. Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. Cam Ward is a scrambler, a runner. Sanders not. But he can run, but he a pocket guy. He in the pocket. He's gonna pass it no matter what before he try to run. The other guy will run. So that's the type of two quarterbacks you got and everything. The only problem is when you got a running quarterback, he can get hurt one day. More than somebody gonna catch him one day and do it dirty and ruin your career. A lot of quarterbacks had that happen. But it's like Sanders is a get out the way type of quarterback, a maneuvering type. He ain't gonna be running for 20 yards. For 20 yards, he'll run for 5 or 6 to get you first down, but he ain't gonna be no like this Ward kid. He might could take it to the house or some type of jump. So that's the difference. You need to know that. So
that's the difference, but I didn't think about the injury prone.
Yeah.
For the most part, a running quarterback is gonna
slide
and do something.
But once you pass that line, everybody.
Some people play a little dirty, but for the most part, they want to. There's hard to do something. I still like the scrambling quarterback. I like I like that he takes
It's a double threat. It's a double threat because now you got to have somebody that actually watch him. So you took in one guy. You can't do other things. You need to watch the quarterback. You watch the quarterback, keep him in the pocket, and if you take off, you got to get him. That's his job. You made that somebody's job. quarterback.
Everybody's coming.
Yeah, so if you didn't have a scrambling quarterback, now that guy could do other things. He could look back and do other jobs and everything. So it makes it difficult to do certain plays and everything. That's why scrambling quarterback is a problem, especially if you're running like Hurts did in the Super Bowl for the Eagles. He took off running on him, man. He's not even considered like a real running, but he could run though, and that's what you want. Shedeur Sanders will be something like that. He ain't a runner. He ain't no Michael Vick. You know, Vick they have plays for Vick. You know, Vick was just a problem. You know, or RJ3. He got hurt for running. You know, he was before he came on the scene. He was incredible. You couldn't control him. He was going to run 30 yards or pass 30 yards on you. How can we stop this dude? Yo, more athletic, the more problems. You know, everybody's not athletic. So everybody can be good, but everybody's not athletic.
Quarterback that can run and scramble.
Yeah, but you don't really want it. They always try to dumb them down, though. They always try to eventually make them not scramble because they know that they can get hurt. You know, but you still want that guy to be. If you don't see nothing, or like Lamar Jackson, they mess with his head so much trying to make him such a passer that he don't run when he's supposed to run no more. He blew the game for them one day in the playoffs when he could have old Lamar would have took off and he would have fucking got what he would have done what he did, but he stayed in the pocket trying to be this passer he wants everybody want him to be. And it cost them the game.
Yeah, that's what happens when you take somebody off their game. Let them play with
Let them play their game, man. You know, let them play. You know, it's like I also want to like give kudos because you know I'm a musician and everything. When I listened to that Luther again the other day, man, that's a bad song. That's gonna go down as one of the songs of all time, man. The way she comes in and sings that song, man. Well, that's a bad mother, man.
It's called Luther. It's called Luther by Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I don't know about her.
She did it at the Super Bowl.
Oh, I love that song. Okay, I can't remember the thing, but I
the way she sings, the way they do that, the way they work together on that. That's why they do a lot of collabs together. So they work well together. You know, I really didn't, about me being a musician. I try not to listen too much to other people's music because I don't want to trickle into my music. Right?
I want to play it.
That sounds so beautiful. This part I do.
I remember the song now.
I got a song, man, called I Like It, right? Sometimes, I spook myself sometimes, Sometimes I do a spook. You gotta hear it. I want you to hear this song because it's spook. No, it's like sometimes I spook myself, though. The problem is y'all ain't got it yet. But one day TLH Sounds gonna rule, man. I hope I'm still alive though. But for real, man. Some days I just like I'm a lot better now than I ever was because now I smoke sativa exactly what I need to do the things I need. Before it was always hit or miss. That's the difference between legal marijuana and not. Is that now people are educated to what they want and what it does for them, and it could get something that exactly does what you need. So it's like now I got something that I only smoke exactly what I need. It's like this bound. It's just like it's just a maze of this stuff, man. It just and I just like I keep hit after hit after hit after hit after hit. It's like it just eventually you gotta like. You just gotta realize that there's something special about this dude, man. And that's what I'm getting now. I'm starting to get that type of vibe where people just like think, this dude.
So let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to say, and I'd be like, hey, take it off and fix it. it off.
Yeah.
I say, leave it there.
And do the new one
And
next
do a
to it.
new one and do the new one next to it.
Yeah.
Have you ever done it? Have you
I
gone
still don't put the new one next to it. I get rid of the other. But Teron is my bouncer. He bounces. He's younger than me. You know, my son. He's 34 now, 33. So he's my son. He has an ear. He don't even know it because he's my son. You know, he has some musical qualities in him because he's my son. You know, so and he come to find out he has a good ear. So I bounce it off of him. You know, my biggest fan is my friend Patrick Taylor. He listens to my music like all the time.
Oh.
So Pat was a jazz person. He liked the jazz when we was kids. So it was offbeat. But nobody was listening to jazz, right? So but he has one of them personalities where he tries to like he gotta max out. Everything he gotta max it out. You know, if he drink Red Bull, he max it out till he got diabetes. You know, he just gotta. So when they started listening to my music and everything, you know, he's my friend, so he listens to my music, critiquing my music and everything. And I opened his window to his music now. You know, it's like sort of thing I did with your mother. You know, she wasn't really a music person when she met me. You know, she made her listen to music, but she never really listened to music. You know, and that was one of the things that she got from me. I know she did because her music taste is different. You know, she actually pays attention and she understands stuff about it.
Yeah, I have a better understanding of the production of it and sounds and all that. And just, you got to listen.
Yeah, so my friend Pat has turned into a great music listener to the point of where, you know, they even gave him a mix on SoundCloud of his favorite songs. You know, he did a personal thing with him. You know, so it's like but you know, you gotta remember, music been here since the beginning of time. It's always been here, man. It's always been here and it's never going away. You know, it's like but that's the way the people get to express themselves. You know, that's another way of talking and saying what they have to say. So what I'm saying is that now that I got the exact stuff that I need, it was always hit or miss before. Sometimes I would get needs and I'd be like, it didn't do nothing for me. Your mother heard me say that before. I ain't get that. You know, it didn't work for me. I didn't do no music. It didn't do nothing for me. It didn't do the music. And then I would get something one time and be like, I do like 5 songs in a row. I'm like, oh, what's that? And then I can't get it no more. It ain't so when they legalized it, and I found that sativa is for creativity, hybrid is for high and go to sleep. And that's what the young people like. They like to guaranteed to get effed up, and that's what they want. But you're gonna be sleeping in the corner somewhere along the line. But if you're young enough, you might not be sleeping in the corner. You know, you might be able to fight that off and everything. So maybe that's why y'all like hybrid like it is. Now indica do the same thing as hybrid, but it don't put you to sleep. But indica goes and attacks aches and pains in your body. So if you got pains or you're going through something, you smoke indica, it'll go for that area. You know, because you got to realize that God made that from the ground. He made it as his own medicine for the world. You know, it's like we made it to money and did all the other things, but it grows right out the ground, man. You know, and see that with your mother.
Not me. Pipping up like my brother and his friends and stuff. Because we used to have this big old and ice hill backyard, like behind.
And they had a little isolated part in the middle,
and then the stores was wood, and we used to climb up and down there. And they used to take the
but you don't see it.
And they used to put it. Come on now. Ain't no season no more. So how come it was season? I don't think they had season.
But I don't think
they let it grow like that. Let it grow into.
I think different way we make it now.
So it be growing into like a.
So like the dude had it on a tree branch. You know, he's just thinking
like a rock the rock.
Hey, mother, tell you about it.
Yeah, when we was in
that's the first time your mother.
Yeah, everything. Like Like,
yo, man. Yo, man. The first time, that's a stuff funny story, because we was on the beach. The group came down the beach with a tree branch.
the tree.
Tree branch. What's that? That was Couples Resort. Couples Resort. Yeah, well, when you go to Jamaica, if you ever go, you don't buy nothing at the airport. You wait till you get to your resort. They come right on the beach. The beach is public. The beach is public, so they be able to walk across.
Yeah.
So he came down the beach with a tree branch, right? And I was like, yo, wait a minute, he got weed. He was like, don't run over there, don't go over there. And I ran over there. I was like, yo, how much, right? He had the bread, and he had the buzz just all on the bread. I said, how much is for that? The buzz was like this big. That he was like $50. I said, $50. Yo, throw some away. We left, man.
Knock that shit back.
I know, but I'm trying to throw some of it.
I was so mad at him. He said, I know, but I was off. He's like, I didn't know I was still in there.
And I just clutched everything up while we was always out there, right? And I was gonna play dumb. I was saying, listen, I know, like, oh, this is. I was like, this. I was using that, but that got throwing on me like the 80s. I had throwing to me. So I had the plan already. But so I got to go too. But I put that all on the table, man. That was like, boom. But but it's like. I told you, so your mother's like, I don't smoke anything. I was like, yo, this it's like, this Friday, we out here, nobody gonna know this time. When your mother smoked, man, that was it. We got unlimited eat. Like all you can, yeah, food in a room and just, I was like, look at her. Yo, man, and the food was great. So it was just like, everything was good, man. No, I had already. Last time, like,
annoying me.
I had what, 25
weed and vacation. You know what he used to do? Yeah, he smoked. You know what he did? Yeah, weed stuff. He's like, I'll be right back. Like, we don't.
Yo, this is the death, man.
Like, what? So what? Ray went to the hotel. We was crying. Oh. The first all lit. I was straight to the spot.
We went to the like I got something. So I don't know what that looks like.
It's not a moment. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Well, I spoke it. Anyway, but so we ended up, I ended up throwing weed out though at that trip. We left it in the garbage. I don't weed. Yeah, I don't weed, man. Like, I still had, took about half an hour home with me and still had weed in the garbage can.
It was a lot of weed. But I smoked for a year, and that's how we learned that it does different things. I go there with him, Uncle Pip, and Uncle Hassan, and they just like, we're going to get some weed, and they looking, they all happy, and I'm talking to the guy, and I'm like, well, I want to buy some weed, and he goes, well, what is it that you want it for? What do you do? Tell me about yourself.
That's what we finally started
telling him, and he was like, okay, this and that. So then I run over there to them, and I was like, come over here and talk to him. Don't just buy anything. And then start telling them things, and so it taught them lessons. And what with that stuff I got, I really don't remember. If it was good, I could smoke it.
But it's like, that has opened the door for me as far as like consistency. With the music now, so it's like I don't want to smoke that enough. And I realized how You know what happened to me? I was recently at a party and everybody passing once around. I can't do that.
So what's in what?
All of a sudden, I'm at the table, and that's it. I'm like, oh, I need to get down. You know, it's like I'm getting ready to get sick. I can feel myself getting ready to get sick, right? So I left and act like I went to the bathroom. I went into somebody's room and jumped on their bed. And I didn't even to the bed. I was clothes on the floor. I just fell on the floor, man. I was sweating. And I was like, don't do it, please. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Something was right with me. Somebody had something spoke that didn't do with me. Didn't work with me. And I fought through that. And I sweaty and everything. And then I finally got out of the bag and then went up to the bed and laid down a little longer. And then my son, he was at the party. He came looking for me. And he was like, yo, Dad. He was looking for me. And he finally saw me in there. And they going to laugh and tell everybody else. Yeah. But it's like, but it's like, all right, so that's a learning lesson. No more of that's why no more of that. No more of that. No more of that. You know, it's like I'm just doing what I'm in my league. I'm in my league.
I ain't gonna say this man is. A man had told me once, he does not use drugs, but he sells drugs. And he said, you know why? He said, I don't use drugs. He said, first of all, he said, I sell it, but I don't use it. He said, because these people don't know what the hell they're getting into. He said, this is heroin, and I cut it with glass.
Ew.
Wow. How can you do that to somebody? How can you put and then kill people and nobody died? But like, how fine can you make glass that you can put it with a drug? And it's just like them cutting stuff with. I don't know what that is. I know what it is.
It's like that was, I don't know how.
Do people put that in weed? That's like a pill. Is it a pill or what is fentanyl look like? It's like
that's like cannabis, but that's like there's moments that has been put in weed. There's been moments that but it's like I don't know how that works and everything, but it's like that's why it also pays to know where you're getting your weed from. So you can hold somebody accountable for something, and they hold it. Yeah. Or
not like the dealer.
The dude on the street, you can't get my sale no more. You can't get mine because yeah. The dude was outside the dispensary today when I just got the free roll. He was like, yo, man, I got some fire and everything. And I was like, I wouldn't doubt it, but I only smoke sativa. And you ain't guaranteed to have that. You don't even know what you got. My man in the store, my man know what I want.
Yeah, but did you say that when you
yeah. Nah, but
we find that sativa,
you're gonna say that
but with the
but we gotta go there because you probably saying what the hell is sativa is, so it's like I educate people all along the way over the once you become educated, then you become a better consumer. You see how people do all these dispensaries now, especially not only the government ones, like the one your mother goes to in Maplewood. They got one in the valley, right there on the street from where you have your the same place where you have your Christmas party.
Oh.
Underneath the Bring 5 cents covered, yeah.
Or West Orange.
It's just like 11. You know what it's like on the corner?
West Orange. Yeah. It used to be, it was multiple things.
That's still orange. We don't do apartments that all new apartments underneath.
Orange got a dispensary?
Yo, it came out. It just came out a week, 2 weeks ago. This is the second week.
Oh, okay.
Right there before you get to like you go to Southern Comfort.
But do you also know that all dispensaries don't have the same type of marijuana or edibles or anything? They're all like different.
Yeah.
So you still like gotta figure out what no brands the same, no growers the same.
Yeah, but it's like I like the fact when I went there, they put me on the computer and everything, let me just look and see and do stuff and everything, show me how to like find what I want and and everything. And so I ended up getting some sativa weed and everything Because now and then I like to roll my own. Stop always pre-rolling, right? But it wasn't that good. It wasn't better than the pre-roll, right? Right now I'm on my pre-roll. Mike Tyson and Snoop Dogg, they killing him. Yo, man, they killing him, man.
Is it Mike Tyson weed? Is it Snoop Dogg weed?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they killing it.
Okay.
They murdering it. Right now, Mike Tyson said he's making more money from marijuana than he ever did in boxing. Yo, Mike is like the beast in the weed.
Really?
Snoop the beast, man.
Oh.
They really good. So they got sativa exactly for me on there, you know. So it's like like this. So it's like they be trying to sell me everything. Like, well, I got the beast, so I'm like, nigga, I just said sativa.
I got it.
Oh. Like this one here is another dude. NYC Diesel, that's some fire. But that says sativa, right? Top shelf. There ain't no joke right here. All right? But it's like it's pre-roll. Yeah, but it's like Mike Tyson and Snoop are killing them.
So that's cool. Mike Tyson.
No, this ain't either one of them. They had a Mike Tyson one there, but I already got that. I ain't want it. But like White Widow, for example, used to be like the hardest weed to get.
You say that all the time.
Yep. White Widow. Used to be the hardest weed to get. Snoop got White Widow. He had a White Widow, man. It's in a white package. So he's killing him with that.
You think that Snoop was the one who put White Widow in the hood for the
You know what? I mean, he know that was a song. You know that. You know that was a seller. And he know that smoke weed. So, it's like, you already know he ain't gonna put no garbage out. I'm loving that, man. So now, I'm wilding out, man.